for the third time. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to work because I really want to take. It's nearly 1 o'clock, so there were like 2 hours left in my not bedtime. For my current special bedtime sleepover of awesomeness, basically. Let's see here, fix this, put that in there. Okay, good. Close your boxes. So I'll be talking about stuff while continuing to work on Fate because I really want to get him done before Tuesday. Monday, I am off Monday, but I made, by the sound looks of it, because there's like a note on the refrigerator that said, talking to our landlord of this place, who's saying, okay, listen, Mr. Landlord, I know you wanted this out by next week, but the mover truck said he can come on Monday. He'll have to schedule us for Monday because of the snow. Okay? Because of the snow, so I'm like, okay, that means my Monday is filled up. Okay, there will be no library going on Monday. Yes, we don't have Wi-Fi. There was a slight issue with the Wi-Fi hotspot being attached to my roommate's TV. So it was like, well, it was basically like, went along with him. But I'm like, and I would be ticked off at it, but then it's like, he has been paying the bill for the last few months, because it's attached to his TV, and his Roku box. Actually, my brother's Roku box, but still, it's important to him, and he was been paying it for the last few months out of his debit card. So I'm like, yeah, he knows my password, and anyone can make a payment, even if it's not their account, So it's like, go ahead, have fun, enjoy that. I'll just go get something way better than that, and keep it. There you go. We'll both have one. There you go. You have one now, so you're good. Basically how it works. My brother will be like, my brother hated the fact that he lost his Roku box, but he's like, I can get that back. No big deal. I can buy another one. No big deal. And that's basically what we're doing right now. We're basically like, eventually, once we get all this stuff done, we're gonna just, get to work on saving up, making trying to get some big purchases. First big purchase, new computer, basically. Well, newer computer. Yeah, no offense to the baby computer, but still. No offense to this computer, other than the fact that it's just the way it is. I need something with a huge amount more space. At least a good few. If I got like 100 gigs, that would be a huge improvement. 500 would be like really nice. Like say, a car. I'm gonna use car analogies for this. 100 would be like your well, right now we have this car here, which is basically not a junker. Some people might say it's a junker, but it's more like a 1950s made one of those cars with like the carburetors and all kinds of stuff in the gap, or one of those other cars that's has the all steel construction, not aerodynamic at all, but can get you to point A and point B, reasonable, and stuff like that. As long as you go easy on it, one of those kind of cars, very definitely old and definitely not the best thing ever, but still it's here and we like it. So that's basically what this computer's like. 500 gigabyte. A 100 gigabyte would be like say a used car that's like really good. That was a really good kind of a used car, like say a used Hyundai. Not Hyundai. Used say 1970s car or something like say a used like a Bronco or something like that. 100 gigs would be like a huge used Bronco, something that is better. It's been used. It seems it's a share of some stuff, but it'll do the job and it'll do it better than this. Than this. Basically, cluttered. This kind of antique, but by a lot of people's standards. But then it's like 500 gigs. That'll be your used like. Wait, I'm trying to figure out. That'd be the Hyundai. Or maybe no, not the Hyundai. Get out here. More like mid-size, yeah, a nice mid-size. Mercury or Ford or whatever, mid-size. Probably used, yes, but like used like okay, I one person used it, or a few people used it, and this thing is like looks new, basically. It looks new, but it's used. So it's like it's got a few miles on it. It's maybe some paint's peeling, but it's like still got, he's still like, oh no, this thing will do its job. It'll be like the coolest thing, one of the coolest thing ever. This thing, it may have some paint peeling, but it might, that can be fixed, and that's about it. It'll work for you. It's got a long way to go. You're okay. You're just fine. You don't have to worry about anything. And of course, the terabyte ones, terabytes on 1 terabyte, which is 1,000 gigabytes and up. That's a new car. That's approaching. That was like the house settling. Sorry, but that's approaching. See, I'm trying to think. Ferrari level, Corvette, Stingray, Viper. I'm thinking man, dream car, I'm thinking of all kinds of stuff, just the crunk, all that stuff, just. Now, I don't really like SUVs that much because they're just they cost a lot of money. The issue with me, cars, I've seen with my mom getting this one car, they cost a lot of money. And then it's like thinking, hey, wait, an SUV costs more money than another car does? Some other cars do? Whoa, what are you talking about? No, thank you. Come on, guys. But, something that's like, some water, right? Something that's like, what's it, gently used. Now, there you go. The 500 gigs would be like gently used. The 100 gigs would be not as gently used, but still okay. Better than what I got. This thing is kind of you got it to get. It works. It's old, and it's like it's again one of those cars that does not have a computer in it. This is like one of those cars that doesn't have a computer in it. It's just like 1970s, 60s, 70s car. This thing is. It doesn't have a computer in it. It's like back when it was like, oh no, you don't need that much. You don't need to do that. You don't need to have this other thing that all cars have now. You don't need that. Carburetor in it, things like that. Gas mileage. It's definitely definitely way older model, and just like I need something that can give me some more gas mileage. I need something that gives do some stuff I need to do. So maybe like that kind. Then like maybe a nice Volkswagen, not Volkswagen, station wagon. The next step up will be like a station wagon from like a one of those 1950s cars, to a station wagon with the carburetors in it. Station wagon, wood panel station wagon, right? And then from that to like a minivan, maybe a minivan. Maybe a minivan. That could be it. A minivan, like a new minivan. Well, gently used minivan. So it's like, okay, this has a few issues, but it's still good. And then from that to your Ferraris and Corvettes, and who knows what else, Firebirds, and I think GTs and all the new guys and different things. So that's terabyte to me is that's the thing is that's the best thing. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, first, So we were like me and my brother, State of Trance. We were hanging out. What happened is I back to the apartment thing. We had me and my brother were just and my mom were hanging out every now and then, hanging out as much as we could so we could help pack everything and move everything. Because he had a bunch of stuff in our garage, and he was like, okay, he and I had some stuff in there too, because we like basically moved that stuff out of our rooms. Well, I moved stuff out of my room, and we moved stuff out of like the basement and other places his stuff out of the basement and other places, so we could spray for bugs, because we had like a lot of bugs in the house. So we had to spray for bugs. So we had to get all the stuff out of there, put it in the garage. Forgot about it for a long time. So then it's like time to move. Let's go look at this stuff. So we spent like a day or so. Spent like an evening looking through stuff for a little bit. Then the next day we just had to start packing at the house. And after a while it was like, okay, that's it. Time for us to get going. Me and my mom just went through, taped up everything we could. any boxes that were messing, that falling apart, we would put them together. We would replace them with new ones, and it just kept on going, kept going. And my brother was able to come home later and check on some stuff. It was really, yeah, it worked pretty well eventually. It was nice, you know. So we figured that out. We had an awesome fun time. He showed me YouTube videos, including something that I need to tell you about, namely a really good looking Street Fighter, was it TV series? You know, sponsored by Honda and you know, basically also okayed by Capcom. You know, Capcom gave them some money so they could do stuff, you know, do even more stuff than they would normally. I'm like, whoa. And then it's like, you know, my brother's showing me this stuff, and it's real karate. You know, it's real karate. You have a guy in a white gi, that's Ryu. You got a white guy in a, guy in a red gi, that's obviously Ken, and then you have a guy training them, that's Goken, young Goken. So it's like, okay, this is cool, this looks great. And so you see them doing all these cool martial arts, you know, real actual martial arts, you know. And it's like, yeah, they'll see, I take Kung Fu, Shaolin Kung Fu, Northern Shaolin, and basically I'm very new, still new at it, you know. And I do it, you know, because all this movie stuff and all this other stuff, it's like, you know, I haven't been able to do much of it other than my practicing sort of horse stance stuff at work and other places when I've been down to pick up something, you know. So yeah, but still, I can recognize some stuff, you know, when I see it. So it's like, wait, oh, I can't do that. Again, it's like instinct to try to use previous collision boxes when, even if you don't have previous collisions yet. So anyway, so he's like, you see him doing all these martial arts forms, side kicks, you know, get horse stance, you know, side kick, you know, punch, this thing, all this stuff. I'm like, doing all kinds of stuff. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is very nice. This is really, you know, and then it's like, you know, you see them do jump, you know, dragon, you know, the dragon punch, you know, kind of thing. You know, you see both of them go like, okay, now the dragon punch is like, it's like, so they're like, okay, cool. So they just do it, you know, like a normal person would do it. And then, so it's like they jump, like, say, 6 inches, you know, a few inches up in the air and do a punch, you know, do a uppercut, you know. It's like, ah, you know, they both go, ah, you know, and it's like, okay, my turn. You know, the master Goken says, my turn. So, are you in? And you see him go 10 feet in the air. I'm like, okay. The special effects are like, ah. And he comes back down. It's like, ah, that's how it's going. It's like, oh wow. And he's like, cool. I was like, okay. This looked pretty good, and it's like, looked like Power Rangers. You know, my brother doesn't like that. He didn't really like Power Rangers that much after, you know, Ninja Storm started coming out, and he's like, whatever. You know, he liked Power Rangers in space. I think he was okay with Lost Galaxy, and, you know, Galaxy Rescue maybe okay, but he loved Time Force. Time Force was really good because it was really good, and Wild Force may have turned him off. That was the problem. Wild Force and Ninja Storm probably turned him off Power Rangers. You know, so he likes some Sentai stuff now, more Sentai type stuff now. But this, to me, I was saying to him, this to me is like Power Rangers. Looks like Power Rangers, man. Nowadays, they got good special effects, they got good martial arts, you know, they got some comedy, they got some cool stuff. You know, it's, and the thing is, it's like, you know, it's special effects, but it looks pretty good. You know, it looks okay, but it looks pretty good. You know, and they taking it serious. You know, they do take it more seriously now, not as serious as they used to, but they do, because it's like, it used to be like, oh man, life or death. You know, these guys are gonna kill us. You know, and now it's like, okay. Now they have Bulk and a Skull. You know, this dude that's not. Looks like kind of like Skull, but isn't, you know, hanging out every now and then with funny scenes, and then, you know, sometimes the Rangers will have funny scenes, you know, unmorphed, you know, but sometimes when they get morphed, things happen. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see. It was nice, but anyway, oh yeah, but yeah, that was really cool stuff he was showing me. I showed him, you know, Action Fate. I really look forward to trying. I'm gonna try and show you this guy, advertise for him as much as I can. It's going to be a little bit hard to do it because this, again, our what's it called, 1950s or 1960s Studebaker. You call it that. You call it the Studebaker. Yeah, you call it the Studebaker. 1950s Studebaker is basically doesn't like going that fast with hypercam. You know, it's like you know, it's big, you know, it definitely is. It's heavy, big. It's heavy, and it's not the best at all. But it does work, and I'm able to do some cool stuff with it. So I'm going to do cool stuff with it best I can, you know. But still, it doesn't like working with that high speed. I can only do one frame per second. instead of 5 like it's supposed to be, which is annoying. But still, you'll be able to sort of see him in action. You're not gonna be able to hear any. Well, you might. No. I'm not gonna have any music playing on YouTube for him, because again, we don't want copyright infringement. We don't want matching third-party content ever again, because that's bad news for us. So we're trying not to do that. Also, we're at 15 minutes, so I will continue talking about stuff left. The next part, check me out on YouTube, DeviantArt, especially here Force Neo, and how Kingdom Hearts should have ended. I may make some moving characters of the Kingdom Hearts characters that I made in how Kingdom Hearts should have ended. Also, you'll note that Sin is actually mentioned in how Kingdom Hearts ended story, because that makes everything else, a lot of other stuff makes sense. Like why these 3 kids are on an island and mostly hang out by themselves. Think about that. They're orphans. Come on. Sin destroyed their city, the island they were living on. They had no choice but to go to this other island. Come on, guys. So silly. On YouTube, Final Fantasy X, of course, I'll get back into that eventually. And Saroshin, zillion times you can see me defeat Luther again, and of course get Roger in the cheapest way possible instead of having to go through all the trouble of getting all 6 of those books, deciphered and stuff like that. It was so just a mind blow. It was so like say you did all this stuff and it's like yes, you climbed a mountain. You climbed a mountain and you're like, oh my goodness, I got up the mountain, and it's like you see someone else that already up there. Like, hey, how'd you get up here? Like, oh, I took the elevator. Like, there was an elevator. That's basically what it felt like, and it was not fun. But check me out on YouTube.